For the last 2 weeks, I've been playing Baba Is You. Not in one session, obviously, but I've been playing it pretty consistently. And after experiencing only a fraction of what this game has to offer, I'd like to say it's a really fun game, but not for everyone. If you don't like to think when playing games, or simply use them to de-stress, or you just don't want to think about things too much, you'll absolutely hate this game. You don't even need to finish watching this review, just click off now and don't buy it. Before I get into the actual review, I want to mention that the background footage will contain spoilers since this is a puzzle game, and all the background footage is me playing through or solving the puzzles. So if you have any plans on playing this game, either don't think too hard about what you're seeing or try not to remember what you looked at, although I will mainly only be showing the extremely easy levels from the start of the game. Now for anyone who's still watching this, Baba Is You is a game where you set the rules. Every single piece of logic in a level is laid out on a stage for you, and it's up to you to configure it in a way that lets you beat a level. This makes it only one of a few open solution puzzle games that I've ever heard of, much less played. For example, in the first level, you can see on screen that there's a few things such as rock is push, meaning the rock can be pushed, wall is stop, meaning that the walls will stop the player from moving forward, or flag is win, meaning that if you touch the flag that you win the level. Even in such a simple level, you have a ton of different ways to go about solving it. You could simply play it as intended, push the rock out of the way, and touch the flag to beat the level. But you could also make it so that Baba, the thing that you're controlling in this level, is also the win condition, just straight up win. Or you could even become the wall and move into the flag, although I'm not sure why you'd want to do that. That being said, I find it really funny for some reason to make it so that the playable character is the win condition by making it so Baba is win, and I managed to do it on quite a lot of the levels throughout my playtime so far, which has been pretty fun, and I recommend trying it yourself. This deeper thinking applies to every single level throughout the game, and while there's normally a solution that the creator of this game intends for you to find, you'll likely figure out something that they never thought of in a million years. This means that the solution you'll end up coming up with will likely be something completely different from pretty much anyone else playing the game. It also fixes the main issue I have with most puzzle games, which is that they normally just have a ton of convoluted steps to get one specific solution that everyone else will also find, which incentivizes me to simply look up the solutions and not to think about it. While there were a handful of levels in this game that I did end up looking up solutions for, I generally felt really dumb doing it and instantly regretted it afterward, as it's pretty fun to solve the many puzzles that the creator of this game thought up. All of this is already really great on its own, but it's very clear that a lot of care was put into making this game as polished as possible. Just like any good game, it has really good sound design, with good sound effects and a really calming soundtrack to help keep you from getting angry at your inability to solve simple logic puzzles. It also has an undo and reset button, meaning that you can just try things out, and if they don't work, you can simply undo it or start from scratch really easily, which is also helped by the game warning you that you messed up by removing sound when you aren't controlling a character, or by undoing any infinite loops you create and warning you that you were trying to make an infinite loop. Also, this game doesn't really force you to play any specific levels in order to progress, which I find to be pretty nice. There were definitely a few levels that I found that were much more difficult than the ones that came before and after it, although that was likely due to my personal way of thinking. But because of the fact that you only needed to clear a handful of levels of the many available levels to play in a world, I simply skipped those levels for the time being and did another level to go forward to the next area and kept enjoying my time playing the game. This game also has a really nice aesthetic to it that I don't even really know how to describe, but if you just look at the game, I think you'll get what I mean. Every single sprite, even walls, are constantly wobbling around at different speeds, making it very obvious that every element of a stage could, and most likely will, be very important to solving the puzzle that lies ahead. This intriguing artistic design even carries into the credits, with all the different names moving around as they go up the screen. I found that this art style helped the game quite a lot because, as I said, it kept emphasizing just how important every individual item in a stage could be toward your goal. It also has a level creator and player tool, so this game technically has infinite puzzles because you can simply make more puzzles for other people or just play the thousands of available stages online in a way similar to Mario Maker. And also, like Mario Maker, a good majority of these levels will drive you completely insane. That being said, finding those levels and level codes is currently a bit hard, but I'm sure that will get fixed over time, as this game is still frequently updated with these custom levels being a recent addition. The only small problem I have with this game is with the amount of thinking I was doing, I had to take brain breaks pretty often by doing anything other than playing it, which is why I have only 4 hours of playtime after 2 weeks, and still haven't gotten even close to being all the available levels, but simply beat the main story, which, as I said before, is only a fraction of the game's content. I do plan on going through and finishing the game over time though. It's genuinely a really fun experience, which I know is kinda weird to say considering I just said I'm constantly taking breaks from it, but it really just is a great time. Like I said, if you're someone who doesn't like to think too hard about things, this game is 100% a 0 out of 5, but for me personally, and other people who enjoy figuring out more complex solutions, and especially if you're a programmer, I'd say this game is easily a 4 out of 5.